At them times there, these are the times that make these moments feel real. We don't want the youth growing up like we've had to grow up. I hope people after me and kids that feel like they have to go down that route don't choose.
Ishmael, in the space of September to December, you've been on two of the biggest shows in modern history with a combined notice of about 3 weeks.
Yep.
Do you do the lottery at home?
I need to start doing the lottery though.
When you took the Josh Kelly fight for the AJ Dubois show at Wembley, that was 1 week's notice.
Yeah.
How much over the weight limit were you at the time? How drastic did you have to work to get in that shape?
I think I had 6.5 kilos to do in like 6 days. So it was a bit of a big drop. But I like to take the opportunities that are given to me. And this is why we're here now again. Not a lot of people would have taken the Josh Kelly fight. Josh Kelly won't take a fight with me on 6 days. So it just shows who I am. Yeah, Turkey loved it and he likes my story, man, and I'm thankful to Turkey, Al Sheikh and Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, because without them I won't be here. But yeah, the bravery shows and they like it. That's what they love. And they want fighters who are going to come and give them what all boxing fans love, and that's in entertaining fights. And this weekend, I feel we steal the show. Me and Sergey, man, we're two good boxers. Yeah, he's a big puncher, but I'm ready to show who I am.
You mentioned there about Turkey liking stories. I remember a few years ago, my desk asked me to write a little bit about Ishmael Davis. Mm-hmm. And my sort of hook for it was that he might be the last generation of fighters who have a really harrowing story. Mm-hmm. You know, the world has moved on a lot. Some of the best fighters in the world that we've ever talked about have come from abject poverty or prison or child home. Mm-hmm. You've sort of bucked that trend because you've spent time in prison and you've turned your life around. Yeah, and I think getting someone like you on these shows is important. You know, I know we always regard to AJ as a reformed bad boy. He did a bit, I think he was on remand for a couple of weeks, but what you have done in your life deserves to be highlighted on shows like this.
Yeah, man, I've really lived the life that, you know, I hope people after me and kids that feel like they have to go down that route don't choose, and I've really lived it. So it's not like I've done a little bit of this and that. I've really lived that life, and I've turned my life around, and I'm grateful to be able to push that message. And it's not, I'm here wanting to be, I'm a macho man, I'm a bad boy, and I want to give this macho man story. It's not that. It's truly that. That's the life that I was given and chosen at that point, and now I'm here to prove that anyone can turn a life around, and that's what I'm doing now.
Does it make you laugh sometimes? Because I see it sometimes and think, when you see guys at press conferences and they talk about being a road man or what they are, and I think, imagine if you actually, some of the guys that are in this sport who actually have lived the life, and then you're up on stage, into a nice uni,
do you know what it is? Nice gym. Do you know what it is? That's why now, I said this before, I cannot like have proper anger towards, you know, just normal boxers, like people that have come up through the amateurs and lived a good life and been, you know, had the right direction and all that. I can't take them seriously if they was gonna try be angry towards me, because it's like, bro, like, come on, like. But I'm not saying that's how life should be. Everyone should have that being brought up right, get to choose and do this. This is what the message I want to push. But yeah, it does make me laugh, man, because a lot of people, I've probably done a little something and act like them being some, you know what I mean? But listen, I'm here to push a good message, and I'm here to show that I can change my life, man.
And am I right in saying that you had your 2 sons by the age of 13?
14, yeah.
14. So I mean, Dillian White, who's just booked this weekend, always a story about having his first child at 13. But you managed to knock out 2 by 14.
Two, man. Crazy story, man. Like, I was in high school and I used to love girls, man. It was crazy. Just growing up reckless, you know, just a little kid, just experiencing new things. Took it a little bit too far. Ended up with twins at a young age, Lakeela and Mackay. My 2 biggest boys. I've actually got 7 kids now.
Oh, of course.
7 boys, yeah, and I didn't stop there. But yeah, man, they've given me purpose in life. So this is why I'm here.
So I guess having them so young and then having to spend time in prison, you would have missed some really important years.
Yeah.
Being able to earn the money that you're earning now and change their lives in the way that you are.
Yeah.
You know, any sort of guilt you may have felt, you can certainly not wipe clean, but you can make yourself feel really great for what you've done.
Well, look, none of us are perfect. I'm not a perfect dad now, but I will say my kids, even when I was growing up no matter what I've been doing, I've always tried to give them everything.
Yeah.
So now that my mum says, you give them too much, and I'm like, Mum, I'm an athlete, so the time I'd love to spend with them, and plus I'm like, me and the mums, and I've got 6 baby mums and we're not together, so it's loads of like, they're scattered, so it's like, the time I'd love to spend with my kids, I don't really get that time because I'm an athlete. I train twice a day, I have to follow strict routines, diet and all this and that, so I don't really get the most time, so I like to spoil them a little bit. My mum says I give them too much, but yeah, sometimes it's a bit of guilt thinking, oh, here son, you know, you can get whatever you want because I don't get to give you my time as much, but yeah, it's nice, man.
I see all them sponsors on there. You should pretty much have Viagra on there, shouldn't you?
and Durex.
They'd rip up the deal pretty soon, I think. Tell me, again, I know the first fight you had to lose loads of weight. Lots of fighters now, and don't get me wrong, it's the hardest sport in the world, and often making the weight is the hardest part of it, but fighters do probably these days only fight twice at the absolute top, 2-3 times a year, so they can afford to blow out of shape because they know they're not coming.
Yeah.
The fact that you're staying ready all the time, people won't expect it, but that probably is a real rarity. Lads will just be blowing up between fights.
Do you know what it is, right? We're athletes, innit? So we get sponsors, and I believe like if my sponsors are gonna pay me, I've got to put the work in.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone goes to work. People are working 9 to 5 to get paid. If they don't work, they ain't getting paid. So if you're not working all year round, you're taking your sponsors and everyone for granted because they need to see that you're putting in that work to be the best you can. And I don't really blow up out of weight. I try to stick under 80 key, and obviously I fight at 69.9, I think it is, or something like that. So I try to stay. I don't really like to go like 10 key over. So I treat the game properly. I do like to eat as well, though, out of camp. I'm not gonna lie, but I diet like in like 10 months out of the year, so it's hard to go crazy.
Have you managed to meet up with Tyson Fury yet? Maybe compare your baby making abilities?
Nah, not yet. He's another real bad man. But, I've met him. I met him after the Wembley. Went over to him, shook his hand, spoke to him a little. But I look forward to meeting him because I like Tyson Fury, man. I like him.
And listen, although you're saving everyone at the minute, you're saving these Riyadh season shows by stepping in and having last-minute opponents. If you pull off another massive upset, like you can hopefully start calling the shots then, and stop being the super sub. Yeah, so what would you like to turn around and say to Eddie or Turkey if you pull this off on Saturday?
Do you know what it is? So a lot of people talk about direction in career. I ain't really had that. I've just been taking. I'm one of them guys that old school fighters, innit? I want to fight everyone.
Can man.
So it's like after this, obviously it's gonna put me above British level. It's gonna put me. I don't even know what's gonna happen, but I just want a bit of a direction on where we're going and what we're gonna, checkpoints and just direction really.
Some fighters, and I think it's very respectable when they, like Josh Warrington used to say to us when we always interviewed him, all he ever dreamed of was a British title and I think a Ford Fiesta. Yeah. And then he went on to achieve stuff. Some fighters will tell you that they dream of world titles. Some will say a specific belt, green and gold of the WBC. Others these days are more honest and just say, I do it for Tyson, I do it for money. I do it for a prize fighter, for money for my children. Don't care about belts. How do you look at this game?
Obviously, everyone does it for money. When you're thinking about a sport, we work hard to be able to achieve money to change our life and our family's life. Let me just get out there. But I want belts. I wanted the British outright. Yeah. But after this now, I'm probably not going to fight for the British. I could probably do European and then go world again. But Yeah, I just want belts, me. But with the belts, the money comes.
Yeah, true.
It comes anyway, so I don't want to be like, oh, I just want money. But it's a big motivation, the money, yeah, of course. I love a good life, so let's do it.
And I suppose, like, it's a bit crazy. We was talking. I've just gone through a load of Tyson quotes where we asked, it's round 9, what keeps you on your feet? And he said, oh, money, I love money. We said, oh, you got so much. Must be more than that. But when you have genuinely had nothing, when you've been in a prison cell, when the food that you're given, when you're dictated to, you must be able to appreciate everything that you're getting now so much more.
Yeah, well, it's not even just like, there was a point where in my life I've been in my flat feeling like I'm in a prison. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, I was kicked out at 14, in a hostel at 15, and then I had my own property at 16, over my own flat, and it's like I was in there with a electric heater, putting it next to my bed with no money for electric, so I was on like the emergency, and at them times these are the times that make these moments feel real. You know, when you're actually making a living, and I'm able to, I can go in my warm house, I can leave the heating on and come back into a warm house, you know what I mean? It's all the moments there, but definitely being in prison and like you said, hearing them keys jingle and people to unlock your door and you're not allowed to get a shower unless like it's a certain time, or they make these times, you feel like you've achieved something worth it in your life.
And listen, I was wrong 5 years ago when I thought Gervonta Davis was sort of the last throwback of a real reformed boxer.
Yeah.
Do you think you might be the last one?
I could be. Hopefully I am, because we don't want the youth growing up like we've had to grow up anyway. But we have something different in here. It builds us different. So would I not like to have gone through what I have been through, obviously, but when I look back, I have no regrets, and I'm grateful to be in this position because at least I can push a message.
And you don't have to go far for sparring partners. I'm sure both your twin boys like you just bring them up now.
Yeah, they like jiu-jitsu, them man.
Oh really?
Yeah, the jiu-jitsu, like they love it. They go like 4 or 5 times a week. So shout out to them, man.
Tying you up. Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you.